Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Makeup is something I'm very passionate about and have been for a long time. I love the way makeup can transform your face. I love the art of makeup, the choice. What mood do I want to be in today? Do I want to be sophisticated and classy or sassy and Beyonce fierce? I love the way makeup can make you feel. And that is not to say that I wear makeup to please anyone else other than myself or that I feel insecure or ugly without it. It's just fun playing with makeup and creating different looks. I have been wanting to make this video for ages after watching Nikki Tutorial's infamous The Power of Makeup video, and mainly because of the message Nikki was sending by creating that video, but also because I really wanted to see the power of makeup on myself. So here it is, the power of makeup. So to even out my skin tone and to make my face look flawless, I am taking my EX1 foundation. I will link my shade down below, and I'm just using a eBay brush to buff that all in. This brush is actually really good. I will link it down below if I can. So yeah, I'm just buffing that all over the right side of my face so you can see the difference. And then I am taking my MAC Conceal and Correct palette, and I'm using the orange shade to cancel out any purple tones that I have going on underneath my eye area. And then I am going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Ivory to conceal and to highlight, because this is very light compared to my foundation. So I'm going to highlight my under eye area with this to make it look nice and bright and useful. And I am just placing that in a V shape underneath my eye, and then I am blending it out with a Real Techniques Miracle Complexion sponge that has been dampened. I am also going to be highlighting the centre of my forehead, my chin and down the centre of my nose to bring those areas forward and tie everything together. When I want a really intense contour, I always pick up my MAC Prolongwear Concealer in the shade NC50, and I place that in the hollows of my cheekbones, going from my ear towards my mouth but stopping at about the edge of my eye area, and then I blend it out with a sponge. This is really going to slim down your face and make your cheekbones pop. And thank God for contouring, because I don't have cheekbones. I don't have cheekbones at all, so contouring is genius. I've also got quite a large forehead, so I like to contour that because it makes it look a bit smaller. So I just take that around the edge of my forehead and then blend that into my hairline with my sponge. And I also like to run that along my jawline to make me look a bit more chiseled. Chiseled? That's a bit masculine. A more defined jawline. There you go, that's better. And then I set my under eye area with my Ben Nye banana powder, and I leave it to bake so that it catches any fallout from the eyeshadow and it looks nice and bright. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm taking my RCMA no colour powder, and I'm just going over all the areas of my face that I didn't place the banana powder. I love this powder, it makes you look really airbrushed. And then to give me a nice tanned look, I'm taking my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Give Me Sun, and I'm just placing that around the areas that I contoured to warm up my face and make me look like I've spent 2 weeks in the Caribbean. Because I wear SPF every day to protect my skin, I am never tanned on my face, so I'm very thankful for bronzer. And now I'm taking my MAC Sculpting powder and I'm just enhancing that contour further. My face is very matte at the moment and I don't want that. I want a little bit of a glow, so I'm going to be taking my Sleek highlighting palette and I'm taking the yellowy shade in that palette to highlight the tops of my cheekbones. To add a bit of a golden glow, I'm taking my Kiko Wet n Dry eyeshadow in the shade 208 and I'm placing that over the top of that highlighter we just placed for that extra JLo glowiness. And then for a slight flush on the cheeks, I am taking my Zoeva Nude Spectrum palette and I'm taking the shade ND040 and just placing that on the apples of my cheek. Now, a flawless face of makeup would not be complete without some fleeky brows. So to do this, I take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil in the shade medium brown, and I first use the spoolie end to brush my brows upwards, and then using small hair-like strokes and a very light hand, I shape along the underneath of the brow. And then using the spoolie side again, I brush the hairs of my brows down and I fill in any sparse areas, again using a light hand and small hair-like strokes. Once I've done that and there are no more sparse areas, I then brush through the brows with the spoolie and just fill in any sparse areas that I may have at the front of my brow. On a day-to-day basis, I would usually stop here, but because I'm feeling extra fleeky today, I'm going to be taking my sleek brow kit in the shade dark, and I'm taking just the wax on a small angled brush, and I'm just going to fill in the tail end of my brow to carve it out and make it look a bit more defined and darker towards the end. And then using that same concealer that I used earlier, I always like to carve out my brows. This cleans up any mistakes that I've made when filling them in, but also because the concealer is lighter than my foundation, it highlights the arch area of my brow, which makes it appear more lifted, which makes my eyes appear more lifted, which makes me look more youthful. And of course I'm going to blend that out so that it looks like a natural highlight and not like I've just placed a line of concealer underneath my brow. To prime my eyelids for the eyeshadow and to conceal any veins or discoloration on my eyelid, I'm taking my MAC Painterly paint pot and placing that all over the lid up towards the brow. And then to set that in place, I'm taking some of that RCMA no colour powder and just placing that over the top. When I'm really trying to enhance my eyes, I always pick up my Morphe 350 palette because it's full of warm shades, and warm shades look great on my skin tone, and the orange tones in them really bring out my eye colour. So the first colour I'm taking is a very light beigey orange shade, and I'm taking a Sigma E40 blending brush to blend that back and forth in the crease. This is going to be my transition shade and will help all the other eyeshadows blend seamlessly. And then I'm taking that orange shade and placing that in the crease to make it a bit more orange toned, which again brings out my green eyes. I'm also running that orangey shade underneath my lower lash line because I'm going to smoke it out, because again that enhances my eyes. Now I'm taking this burnt orange shade on a MAC 224 and I'm placing that in the crease as well. Then I'm going in with a reddish brown, which is darker than the other colours. You'll notice that I'm gradually working my way up from light to dark to give the most seamless blend that I can. And then finally I'm taking a dark brown and I'm placing that on the inner corner and blending that into the crease for a bit of smokiness and a bit more definition. Then I'm taking this really pretty foiled copper shade and I'm placing that all over the lid. Then I'm taking my Costa Riche eyeliner from MAC and I'm placing that in the waterline and then smoking that out onto my lower lash line with a short shader brush. A winged eyeliner totally changes the shape of my eyes. My eyes are very round, but when I add a wing, it makes them look a bit more cat-like. So I am taking that from the outer corner up towards the tail of my brow and then bringing it down to meet my lash line. And I'm also going to do a little point on the inner corner of my eye just to make them look a bit more almond shaped. And then I'm just going to add some mascara before I go in with my false lashes. This is the Colossal Cat Eye Mascara from Maybelline, I believe. And the false lashes I'm using are my favourites at the moment, Iconic Lashes from House of Lashes. They completely transform my eyes. You will see it in a minute. And then to make my lips look bigger and more plump, I'm going to be lining them with the Provoc lip pencil in the shade 33. And then I'm going to fill in the rest of the lips with MAC Taupe. And that is the power of makeup. As I said before, this video was inspired by the original Power of Makeup video by Nikki Tutorials that went completely viral, and rightly so because it is an amazing video. So I will link that down below for you to watch if you would like. If you have created a Power of Makeup video or you have a favourite one that you have come across, please let me know in the comment section down below because I really love watching them. Anyway, I hope you like this video. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.